colleagues have worked together. This is, we've had several meetings on different aspects, and I would gather that some of you have been here for the previous ones, whether it's impacts on education, deployment of resources for broadband, all the different issues that come in front of this. I would like to thank my staff, in particular Victoria, who is on her way to have a baby pretty soon. So we will miss her here at the Broadband Caucus, but she's going to be having her own caucus in her own head, I think. But today, I don't know if you all were at the last Commerce hearing when we talked about mapping, but I was at the end of the questioning, which I always am, because that is such a large committee, and I'm all the way at the end of the dais of the Republican side. And I think my opening statement was, haven't we had this meeting before? I feel like we've talked so much. I see Mr. Kimkoff is like, yes, we've had this discussion before. And we can all agree that it's the mapping, the accurate mapping is completely essential to delivering not just the dollars, but this, I mean, the service, yes, but the dollars, to make sure that, as John said, that they're not repetitive. As Angus said, I can drive through my state and tell you when we're going to have drop service, where we're going to have no service, and it doesn't. It's a lot of times it's not accurately reflected in what we hear from providers and also what we see on the maps. So it's a source of great concerns for all of us. We're all stakeholders in this. If those of us who are left behind in the digital divide aren't able to close that divide, we're going to drag the rest of our states and our regions down with us, and we don't want to see that. We want to see a lot of equity between urban and rural, and getting good accuracy on our maps is something that's exceedingly important. We've introduced legislation to allow folks to voluntarily provide valuable feedback about the actual mobile service in their communities. It's kind of a hard test, but you can do it. I've also been working with Senator Schatz from Hawaii, and we are on the cusp of introducing some new legislation that will help to lead to more granular mapping, especially in rural America, and we're excited about getting conclusion on that and working together. So we have a great group of panelists, very knowledgeable and accomplished, and they will address the challenges and hopefully present some of the solutions to us. And listen, I think by the fact that we have this many people in the room at a noon meeting on a Tuesday afternoon, I think is emblematic of how important this is to a whole variety of people on Capitol Hill, and I thank you all for your time and attention. Thank you so much.